Good afternoon everyone. Eid Mubarak. انشالله که ایدی خوب و خوشی داشته باشیم. As we gather to celebrate Eid al-Adha, I extend my warmest wishes to each of you. May your day be filled with love, laughter, and cherished moments. This is a day of reflection, devotion, and generosity, a time to remember those who are less fortunate and to renew our commitment to compassion. Dear distinguished guests, allow me to briefly introduce myself to those of you who I have not yet met. My name is Homayoon. I am the chair of Canterbury Hazara Association. It is a profound honor to stand before you today to express my heartfelt gratitude to a truly remarkable group of individuals, our mentors, and those who have tirelessly supported refugees and asylum seekers for decades. We are joined today by some very special guests whose presence honors us all. Jane Champion, the founder of CRAN. Alan Baldock, the head of Canterbury City Council. Pat Edward, Dr. Razia Sharif, the CEO of CRAN, and MBE Maureen Smith, who was awarded an MBE title from Her Majesty in 2011 for decades of community service. Your contribution to the community are deeply appreciated. Sadly, some of our beloved mentors and friends are no longer with us. Eddie Barnes, Jean Boyce, and Hubert Moore. We dearly miss their kind smiles and warm spirits. May their souls rest in peace. Their memory will forever remain in our hearts. Dear mentors, for over 2 decades, you have been more than guides. You have been beacons of hope, bridges of understanding, and champions of dignity. When we arrived as teenagers in the UK, often with nothing but hope, you were there. You opened your doors, shared your home and food with us, taught us the English language, and helped us navigate a new culture and society. You did all this not from obligation, but from deep compassion. In 2002, when I arrived in the UK at the age of 16, I was overwhelmed and had no English like many other young lads here today. In 2003, I met Jane Champion and a group of wonderful people from her team called CRAN, a lifeline for young asylum seekers like me. I was also fortunate to connect with 2 other support groups, Kent Refugee Help and Community Action for Young Refugees, founded by human rights lawyer late Eddie Barnes, along with social workers Wes McLaughlin and Kate Adam. The Community Action for Young Refugees, though never officially been registered as a charity, but the group was a powerful force for good. They helped secure legal support for detained young asylum seekers, fought against unjust removals, and raised awareness of human rights abuses. We must also remember the critical work of the Kent Law Clinic at the University of Kent, John Fitzpatrick, Catherine Carpenter, and Shiona York, who helped stop deportation and supported many through legal means. Because of your dedication, many of those you mentored now work with confidence. They found jobs, built businesses, bought homes, and raised families. Their children now thrive, many attending grammar schools and dreaming big. This is not just a progress, it is transformation. You planted seeds of hope, and today we see gardens of success. Every story of achievement is rooted in your patience, kindness, and relentless support. On behalf of all the mentees whose lives you have touched, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You didn't just help people to stand, you helped us to walk tall. Your impact cannot be measured in numbers alone, but in the dignity you restored, the hope you ignited, and the community you have helped build. Thank you for your unwavering commitment and your humanity, for showing us what true mentorship means. You have not only changed lives, you have shaped future. You are not just a mentor, you are our life coach, emergency therapist, and part-time GPS when we got lost. Seriously, you've been a true friend, especially in times of need. We have had so many happy memories with you that even our families and kids are now waiting to hear your side of the story. Over the last 2 decades plus, I've made some incredible friendship with mentors, like Jane Champion, who treated me like her very confused but lovable younger brother, MBE Maureen Smith, who I affectionately call my English mom, and her amazing daughter Marnie, who somehow inherited all her kindness, but not to the same extent of her mother's gift of the gap. Then there is Tanya Long, who's living abroad now, Joanne Gold, Teres Selin, Helen Pine, Kate Adam, Pat Edward, and so many more here today. You're not just friends, you're my backup family, just with more biscuits and fewer family arguments. Maybe different arguments. Now, let me tell you about one of very dear friend of mine, the most stubborn and argumentative, also very kind and adorable, Susan McMacken. Back in the day, I used to visit Susan on weekends. We went shopping in the supermarket together. She had her list in hand, like a military general on a mission. Boom, boom, boom. 15 to 20 minutes, she was out of the supermarket. Now, during these expeditions, I had this terribly helpful habit of repeating everything she said, like a slightly defective voice assistant, with a glitch in the echo function, repeating, egg, bread, milk, everything she said. Susan got irritated and snapped, Homayoon, shut up! Stop repeating me like some drenched talking parrot. I'm just practicing my English, I replied. Her words got in from one ear and got out from the other. 2 minutes later, the same scenario started again. But in fact, I was secretly trying to learn her very fancy Canadian accent, which never worked. As my English improved, so did our arguments. We argued over everything: politics, human rights, social challenges, with the two different cultures we came from. The correct way to explain, we clashed. She was stubborn, I was right, obviously. She's always tried to boss me around and convince me she was right, but she never was. Right, Susan? Yeah, we've got annoyed with each other for a few hours, and then forgave each other like dramatic soap opera characters. I can't say mad at you. Eventually, we agreed to just accept our differences and stop trying to win the Nobel Peace Prize for convincing each other who's right and who's wrong. It worked. And now, you are still soulmates. Just fewer debates and no arguments for years, if I recall correctly. When I don't hear from her for a while, I miss her and I get worried about her. I message her by saying, "Hello, my long lost friend, how are you doing?" That's how close these friendships are, and honestly, I feel the same about all my English friends here today. You become like my family, just with better snacks. Bear in mind, if you hear my terrible English pronunciation today and wonder why I can't say half of the words right, don't look at me. Just blame my English coach, Susan. Finally, when we try to express just how grateful we are for everything you've done, words often fall short. Please accept our deepest thanks and appreciation to all these lovely mentors who are here and who didn't have the chance to be with us today. I would like to close with the timeless words of the great Oriental poet Sadi Shirazi. بنی آدم اعضای یک پیکرند که در آفرینش یک گوهرند چه عضوی به درد آورد روزگار دیگر عضوها را نماند قرار تو که از محنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید که نامت نهند آدمی. Means human beings are members of a whole in creation of one essence and soul. If one member afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you have no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain. Thank you all for, and Eid Mubarak to all of you once again.